Hey YouTube friends, in this video I'm going to show you the Welded EGR cooler, delete they call it, what the difference is. This cooler right here is my OEM factory one that came off the truck from factory. I have 2006 6.0 liter diesel. It started leaking, I was losing coolant. So I bought one of those claim to fix your EGR leak problems. Was the tubular style EGR cooler that you buy off eBay. The one has the tubes in it instead of the factory honeycomb design. You can see it, but anyway, well, it's junk too. Within 6,000 miles it's already leaking and I'm losing coolant too. So also with that cheap kit you get from China, you get these little cheap little coolant hoses that come in the kit. Notice there's no marking, no writing on them, no stamping. Well, this thing within a couple hundred miles started dripping and I was losing fluid. It was dripping on the ground underneath the truck. It was aggravating. You can change these without having to pull the manifold off, anything off the motor. You can actually get them off. It takes a little finesse, but you can get them off and put the right one on from the factory. So here is the EGR cooler. This is an OEM type. It is OEM Ford, but it's been modified. If you look, you can see down in here that it's been TIG welded shut. That's 3/16 stainless steel plug. That's TIG welded all the way around on the outlet side. And here, if you look on the inlet side, get a focus on it, it's welded also with a 3/16 plug, stainless steel, welded completely. And the guy that does these, modifies these OEM coolers, he pressure tests them up to 70 pounds and checks for leak. What you can tell is OEM, if you can see, there's stamping on here, and then there's stamping on there also. It's not really showing up, but I recommend it. You know, I have to have an EGR cooler in my truck here in Texas, the county that I live in. They look, they inspect. When they go to inspect for these things, they're looking for them, and so if it's not on there, you won't pass inspection. Well, I don't want the EGR cooler, so the only thing I can do is run the one that's welded up. Tired of having problems with them. The other thing is order or go to your Ford dealer, get the factory gaskets, the intake. This is your turbo hardware kit. It has the O-rings in it for your oil tubes, the gaskets, the bolts. Here's your EGR cooler kit. If you notice, the OEM hose has writing on it. It's the one you need to get. I know there's guys on here where internet ninjas are going to say, oh, you don't have to change all those gaskets, you can reuse them. Well, sorry guys, but not on my truck. I'm going to replace it that way. I have just confidence in knowing I've got good gaskets in place. There's the intake manifold gaskets. There's your part number for the turbo hardware kit. And here's your number for the EGR cooler hose, the metal gaskets, the O-rings. All that's inside of it. So anyway, yeah, this is what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the welded type EGR cooler back in place. And I'm not showing it in this video. I'm just giving you an idea what all it looks like. I know a lot of people are going to these, and be the only way to go. And it's completely welded up. There's no way this thing can leak any fluid back into the intake of the engine. The exhaust side of the cooler completely welded shut. No two ways around it. Alright guys, so enjoy. Hopefully you get something out of this. Thanks.